You would not know that I got my nails done. Yes, that is blood. It actually was gushing blood down here.
Like, y'all, I can't with these salons. I just can't.
Space. And he grabbed a brand new sharp nail file and just swipes it. And I go, oh, ow.
So this is why I think that he did not know what he was doing, because you got a new file and did the same spot that she already said was bleeding and hurting. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to inflict pain during a manicure? Obviously.
Flex it.
Hey babes, I'm here for the nail drama and so are you. So hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like so it can be seen by more nail lovers on YouTube. Let's get right into the nail drama.
He was using like a really dull nail file. And so he's scraping like this. The file was so dull that it wasn't really working. So he kept pressing down harder. But little did he know, he was filing my actual skin on my finger and not the nail at all. And I was like, oh, ow. And he's like, did I hurt you? Then he's filing my fingers again on the same spot. And I'm like, ow, like it hurts. You're literally filing over like red raw skin at this point. Like he was filing down my skin to the bone. Like I am missing a chunk of skin right here. Oh my God. And then he puts his finger on me and he goes, haha. And he laughs. He thinks it's funny. Then he goes on to this finger again. What is that? You would not know that I got my nails done. Yes, that is blood. It actually was gushing blood down here.
No, bleeding, that's a red flag. Get out of there.
Same exact thing on this finger to this finger. And he starts filing it till the point that it's bleeding. Like he was filing my actual skin, not the nail. And he looks at it and he's like going through like his little nail cart and he's like trying to figure out like what to do with like a bleeding finger. Then he picks up like a napkin, he puts it down, he gets up some like nail polish, puts it down, and then he like grabs a cotton ball and he just like sticks it on there and then starts moving on to the other fingers. And I'm like, okay, shouldn't we like try and like get it wet, wipe it off, maybe like wash my hands a little bit? No, why would we do that, Brie? So then he paints it and he's like, no, let's try like the glitter on top. And I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like it. I was like, I want white glitter. He's like, we don't have white glitter, but let's try this. And I'm like, now I'm getting peer pressured into doing something I don't want to do. And I was like, okay, let's try the silver glitter. He's like, we'll only do a little bit. And I was like, okay, like I trust you. You're the nail tech, so I'm like trying to listen. So then he puts on a coat of like silver glitter and it literally looks just like one big silver streak. Like it did not look like glitter at all. And he's like, how about this? And I was like, no, it's like, it's okay. Then he grabs another glitter. He grabs another glitter out of his nail cart. And he's like, how about this one? And I just looked at him and I was like, no.
No one should be making you bleed and then pressuring you into like doing a nail design that you didn't want. She didn't want the silver glitter. Like, put it away. No one wants that. No.
This is why I don't go to the nail shops and get my nails done. I am a press-on queen. I love my press-ons.
I love how she says she's a press-on nail queen. So am I. Press-on nails all day. They are so affordable and less hassle. You don't have to deal with no crazy shops, nobody not cleaning things. Like, you don't have to deal with all that drama and all that price gouging. Like, no.
Weekend, I have to have my nails done for all 3 days. So I decided to go get my nails done. And they're cute, like cute French tips. Really, really nice, right? Right. However, this is the main reason why I don't like going. Before she even started, I started discussing the price because I need to know how much I'm paying. I love to act like I'm just rich and I can drop out any amount of money for nails, but I'm not. So I discussed the price. Base price for nails is $50. I know that. So I'm like, okay, French tip, short, blah, 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 blah. Base price $50. I want these types of French tips because, you know, typical French tips are just straight across. I got the French tips that are kind of like U-shaped, right? She's going to look me in my face with her little pretty accent and tell me that's going to be an extra $20.
So an extra $20 charge for a U-shaped French tip is crazy. They're just robbing people blind. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you charging this stuff? Like, people don't have to go to you. Like, there's press-on nails at Walmart. How can you overcharge for that? But I've heard stuff like that. Like, they'll charge you for, like, the shape. They will charge you for anything they can possibly charge you for. They will charge you for it. If they could charge you to walk through the door, they would.
Extra $20. I said, ma'am, extra $20 for what? Like she's just making excuses. She even went as far as to say, oh, that's just how it's set up in the system. What system? I know y'all make y'all own prices. Do I have dummy written across my forehead? And at this point, I'm about to get up and go because I know to discuss prices before you even start, because I need a solid understanding before you do your hard labor and before I waste my time sitting here. So at this point, I'm about to get up and leave. And then she says, oh, well, we can do $55. Okay. Oh.
I love how she said she was ready to go, but then the lady was ready to compromise when she knew that money was going to walk out the door. French tips should not be over $50. They should not be over that. Imagine trying to get like a coffin shape. That she would have said 75. Like, That's why I don't deal with them. Okay, on to the next story.
Story time of how I went to go get my prom nails done, and this is what they turned out looking like.
To be totally honest, her blending job was so bad. Like, that is not an ombre. That ombre looked horrible. It looked like a French tip, and then someone tried to like kind of take away the white, and it wasn't even a good blending for an ombre at all. It looked horrible. I feel so bad for her because she had to like go to prom like that.
And then when I showed her the photo again, because I showed it to her beforehand, she said yes, I could do it. I showed it to her again. She goes, oh, I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I literally made sure to confirm with her beforehand. The owner had to walk over and he looked at the photo. They said something to each other. And then he was like, no, she'll try her best. She's going to do your nails for you. And I was like, okay.
Okay, no. The first sign of hesitation, you get up and leave. She did not know how to do ombre. And the first sign of hesitation should have been enough for you to know, like, you can't do my nails because your manicure needs to eat down. And she couldn't do that. That was a bad manicure job.
So I obviously went back to the salon. I explained to the owner that, listen, this is not what I was supposed to get. First of all, these look terrible. Second of all, I don't know what she charged me for. This owner starts screaming at the woman who did my nails across the entire salon. Everyone could hear. It is such a scene. Finally, after bickering with this woman, I'm just standing there like this, like on the phone with my mom. My mom's like, give the phone to him. So I hand over the phone. I'm like, she wants to talk to you. My mom's like, what are you charging my daughter for? This and that. And it was such a mess. I was so embarrassed. Finally, this guy hands me $30, goes like this and says, go.
So I'm surprised that she received her money back because I've known people, and especially like my sister, when they asked for their money back, they did not get a refund. For that salon to actually give her a refund, they're pretty nice. Because they be saying no refunds, have a no refund sign up. They just be rude. Like, That's why I don't deal with them.
I had the crappiest day ever. Work was not the greatest. I'll tell you guys later. But I'm just going to talk about my nail experience, salon experience. I was hoping to get a good service, feeling a bit of self-care. But all I had was, after that experience, is humiliation. Why? Because I was going there. The first thing they did was make fun of me in their language.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, I do not like bullies. I cannot stand people bullying people. They did not have to treat this girl that way.
And there was this guy that was taking care of my nails. Him and the other woman that was taking care of my toenails, they were making fun of me, saying that he's single and he's looking for somebody. And it was very, and then he would talk to me in his language and laugh in my face with her, and she would laugh too. When I told him to cut my nails because they were so long, he would tell me no. So then I told him, no, do it please, because I'm not paying $100 and something to get nails, right? And on top of that, they made my nails based on what they thought was fit, not what I wanted. I wanted burgundy nails. Does this look burgundy? I mean, they're beautiful. They look amazing. But that's not what I asked for. Okay? And I even pointed at the nails that I wanted. Okay? If you think it's a language barrier. They are super nice because, the tip is coming. And because I'm a nice person, I tipped. Because I feel bad if I don't tip. And it wasn't the greatest.
So, your tip is your chance to speak up. If you are more of a shy, more reserved, or if you're like a less confrontational type person, your tip is your chance to speak up. Like, give them something petty, like a penny tip or like 25 cents, because that's your chance to speak up for the job they gave you. They didn't give you what you wanted. You pointed right at what you wanted, and they chose to give you whatever they wanted to give you. At that time, you speak up. Give them no tip. Give them a little petty tip. So then they know, like, gee, I shouldn't treat people like that again. Yeah, you shouldn't. I bet this experience has taught her to speak up. So let's hear another story.
All right, girl, you're all set.
Thank you.
You like?
I love them.
Perfect.
Yes, girl, you did that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my love.
Wow. How much is it?
It's $200 today.
$200?
Yeah, did you send a deposit?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you send?
I think it was like a $20 deposit.
Oh, well, that'll transfer over to the next appointment. So yeah, 200.
What does it transfer? You can just apply it now?
No, that'll just transfer over. And then the 200, by the way, you don't have to tip because the 200 is already tip included.
So the 200 is tip included?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you mean by that?
So you don't have to tip me because I already included the tip, like the tip that I want you to tip me. I already included that in that price.
Okay, so obviously this is like a reenactment of like what happened. It's not like in physical time. You guys know that. So I say this video for last because I think tipping culture has gotten out of hand. Like, you can't have someone like paying your tip in an amount that they didn't approve to be tipping you. That doesn't make sense. Okay, you can't charge someone, okay, mandatory $80 tip. Like, she's paying $200. She thinks she's paying $200 for the service. The service isn't really $200. It's really $120, but you're adding your $80 tip. How do you know they wanted to tip you $80 or even tip you more than $80? You can't just like, oh, I'm going to add my tip in there whether you like it or not. Like, what? And not even a percentage. Like, tipping is like 25% to maybe 10% on the lower end. Like, what kind of tip is $80 from a price of $120? Like, that is so much. Like, your tip should not be included in the service. People need, or if it is, you need to let them know that clearly in your contract or in whatever. And then the deposit, it's like outrageous. Like, ugh, you guys, make sure you know what you're getting into before you get your nails done.
Well, it's what I want to be tipped, you know, like that's my service.
So you pick and choose how much we're tipping now?
Well, your nails are $120 and then the rest is the tip.
$80 tip?
Yeah. I think because those nails, no, those nails are super detailed. It took a long time, so it's like a percentage.
Just charge me the base price, and I decide how much I want to tip you because that's not fair.
I personally, how much are you planning on tipping me?
$80 tip is wild.
That's none of your business.
What? And it's included in the full price? Like, no. Like, let us tip you what we think your services deserve. Be careful out here with these nail techs. I had to throw this one in as like the last video. At least she did her nails good. She didn't have like a horror story where her nails didn't turn out very well. So hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. I love chatting with you. See ya.